Hi guys, this is Aaron Etheridge with the second of the Worlds of Magic gameplay videos. Today I'm going to show you a little bit of the world or strategic map, which is what we're looking at now, the city screen, and I'm also going to walk you through several of the GUIs. In fact, we're going to start with that. To begin with, in the top right, there is the income bar, which actually shows you your storage and income for gold, food, and mana. In the bottom left-hand corner, you're going to see the mini-map. The bars above and below the mini-map are actually for information purposes. If we move our mouse over a world tile, as you can see, this is a forest tile, and it has a bonus to maximum population, food, and production. These bonuses can be taken advantage of by any city that's close enough. Each city has a radius of influence, and it draws bonuses from the tiles that are within that radius. Above the mini-map is an interface for scrolling through the currently fielded armies. In the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, you see our main menu, which has a number of items that we're going to walk through, as well as what would be the end turn button. However, right now I can't end my turn because I have the armies still require your attention notification. These notifications can be turned off. I prefer to keep them on so that I don't have armies out there that still have movement points and I haven't forgotten to research a spell or something like that, but you can turn them off. Clicking this will bring up the army in our starting city, Cubstead. Now, on the first turn of a game, I like to split my army into two armies, which you could just grab a unit, drag and drop, and then you actually just left click where you want the army to split to, and then you can grab that new army and tell it to go off in one direction or another. Then just right click to deselect, and I'm going to left click the city again to grab the army that's garrisoned within it, and we're going to send them off in a different direction. Alright. Now you'll notice that the button has changed. Actually, let me deselect those guys. Cities still require our attention. That's just telling us that Cubstead, it really isn't doing anything right now and that we need to pay attention to it. We can click this button, or we can right-click Cubstead instead. Alright, this brings up the city screen. You can just browse around and you can see what buildings are currently there. There are a few buildings in this city because it's our starting city, of course. Obviously, your income bar is displayed there as well for your convenience. The city's income is displayed over here. Obviously, we have gold, power, and food, production, research, and negative energy, which high men do not produce. Then we have our citizens. You'll notice we have 4 citizens because we have a population of 4,000. We're getting 110 citizens per turn. So this city is very favorably located with regard to population growth and really food production. We're going to make some of these guys craftsmen. We can also make sages, add research. We don't need to do that right now. It's a little early in game to do that. What we want to do is start building buildings. You'll notice that we also have rebels here. Depending on the level of unrest in the city, some of our citizens will rebel. We can build buildings that will reduce the amount of unrest, and we can also place a garrison here to oppress rebels and get them back to work. We're going to build a granary for several reasons. It ups our food production, which means we have to have less dedicated farmers. Right now you can see even with 2 farmers we're making a profit of 1 food. It's also going to allow us to store some food, which means we can generate a little excess food and then put guys on production, and even though we're losing food, we won't be losing units due to starvation. There's a build queue. You can queue up several buildings at a time. There's no need to do that right now. You can also purchase this building if we had 400 gold, which we don't. We only have 25 and at 1 gold a turn. It's going to take us a long time to get to 400, but we're going to change the tax rate here as soon as I exit the game, or the city screen rather. Now, at this point, you can see that above the city's name, there's the happiness bar. Okay, they're very, very happy. Their taxes are very, very low. We're about to change that a hair. We do not have a GUI for changing the tax rate right now. It is merely plus and minus on the keyboard, so I'm going to press plus, and you'll notice that, oh, their happiness has gone down. They're getting closer to unrest, but I am generating gold per turn now. Alright, if you look down, we no longer have cities that require attention, but we have to research a spell. We're going to pick just a low-tier spell. We'll pick Flame Arrow. That's fine. Now, we could end the turn here. However, there are some other things that you might want to tweak to get you what you're wanting, depending on what you want. You have 10 power that you're generating per turn. Your Sorcerer Lord generates that. Other buildings, nodes that you can capture, other things like that will increase this power base that you then divide between making mana crystals, doing research, and increasing your spellcraft. Spellcraft is effectively your caster level. Right now we can bring 20 mana to each battle, which means every tactical battle we can spend up to 20 mana crystals, but no more. And we can spend 20 mana per turn on both creating artifacts or casting global spells. Now, I want to get Flame Arrow researched a little faster than 20 turns, so we're going to lock spellcraft, and we're just going to lower mana down till we get it to 10 turns. I don't have any mana, but I'm not planning on getting in battle. I'm going to spend this time to research some more spells for when I do get into battle. The Alchemy tab will allow us to turn mana into gold, gold into mana. The Enchantments tab will show you if there are any global enchantments in play, as well as who cast them, and in time it will let you attempt to dispel those enchantments. I'm going to show you one other thing. Right now heroes aren't implemented, so this really doesn't matter, but it's interesting nonetheless. We're going to open the Forge. You can open it here, or you can double click here and open the Forge. You select what kind of weapon you're wanting to create, the subtype. You can give it a name. If there is mithril or adamantium or something like that, you can choose that material. You can give it a bonus and a special ability. It's important to note that the special abilities are actually tied to your spell circles. I'm using Merlin. I can't make an unholy weapon. He doesn't have any death magic. Over here you get a summary, including the cost, and we could create it. We're not going to do that. As I say, there are no heroes right now, but that is the Forge panel as well as the Magic panel that we've gone through. The Cities panel is worth looking at. All right. Oh, we do have a GUI for the tax rate. My mistake. That was added in today's update and snuck in on me. As you can see, we can move that up and down, and you can see the resulting unrest. On top of that, we can open the City of Cubstead from here, anywhere in the world, no matter where the camera is. We can center the camera on the city with that button, and we can open the More Information panel, which gives us a rundown on everything that the city's doing. It's our hope that this is really going to help with later game micromanagement. The Armies panel does a similar thing. Again, the Heroes tab is disabled. You can look at all your armies, and then you can look at each unit, their experience, hit points, a basic overview of information. You can see their portrait. You can dismiss them if you like, locate them on the world map. There they are. You can look at their skills and find out exactly what these guys have going for them. And for those of you who are interested, you can actually look at the D20 stats block, which is something that obviously I find interesting. And really, that's it, guys. We are set up for the first turn. We could go ahead and end the turn now and continue exploration, continue to build that granary, and we're really on a good footing. Our power is going to research, which is where we want it, where I want it anyway. And so this gives you an idea of the setup for the first turn. Now it would be, exploring the map and finding world features to conquer with our armies. But that is beyond the scope of this video. As I said, this was just an overview of the world or strategic map, a bit of the city screen, and basically guiding you through the interface. We hope that you enjoyed the video. We hope that you'll join us for the next one, and we certainly hope that you will join us in playing Worlds of Magic.